It's time for Caribbean News, covering current events from around the world, regionally and locally, with Sean Garrity on this station. It's news the Caribbean can use. And now, the details. St. Lucians told to brace for higher electricity bills. The St. Lucia Electric Services Limited, or LUCELEC, Lucelec, the sole supplier of electricity, has warned customers to brace for increased charges for the commodity as it blamed the ongoing war in Ukraine for affecting the price and availability of fuel around the world. Lucelec said the price of oil has more than doubled as a result, and despite its fuel price hedging program and renewable energy efforts to date, regrettably, the sharp increase in oil prices will result in increases in the fuel surcharge for electricity bills. Lucelec Managing Director Trevor Lucy said through its hedging program, the company is able to lock in the price it pays for some of its fuel. This means that what the company pays for as a percentage hedged remains the same despite the price of oil on the world market. The balance of the fuel purchase is determined by the current market prices. The company, which is the only commercial generator, transmitter, distributor, and seller of electrical energy in St. Lucia, said fuel price hedging is one of the strategies it uses to minimize major fluctuations in what customers pay for electricity monthly. It has promised to launch an energy efficiency program in the media and on social media platforms to provide practical tips to advise customers on how to manage their electricity use. Trinidad and Tobago issues warnings as Guyana Vice President maintains position. The TnT government says arrogance and xenophobia have no place in the modern politics of the Caribbean community or CARICOM, and they will not be distracted by recent comments made by Guyana's Vice President Bharat Jagdeo about the Twin Island Republic. Jagdeo has maintained that his comments about the state of the Trinidad and Tobago economy are factual, telling reporters over the last weekend that he stands by the comments he made earlier that Trinidad and Tobago's economy is, quote-unquote, falling apart. Jagdeo said Trinidad and Tobago's economy has been faced with numerous challenges over the past few years due to limited economic diversification and dependency on a highly volatile sector. The COVID-19 pandemic, he acknowledged, contributed to worsening economic conditions. He said, because of these challenges, the government in the sister CARICOM country is diligently attempting to avoid these pitfalls in the development of Guyana's nascent oil and gas industry. Asked to comment on the situation, Prime Minister Rowley told reporters that he will not be distracted by comments. There are a lot of people in Guyana, and I'm really not distracted by Vice President Jagdeo's comments about us.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Fantastic DJs. For all your entertainment needs, it's fantasticdjs.com.
In entertainment, Shenseea's Alpha spends second week on Billboard Reggae charts. Shenseea's debut Alpha had one of the strongest chart showings among Jamaican albums in recent years, placing number 2 on the Billboard Reggae Albums Chart by falling away short of the top spot, which has now been held by reggae legend Bob Marley for over 2 years. In the second week, Alpha has slid to number 4 on the Reggae Albums Chart, earning 2,600 more units from sales and streaming in the United States, according to data provided to Dancehall Mag from Billboard sales tracker Luminate. The second week total includes 100 additional copies in the pure album sales, 700 in song sales, 2.9 million in on-demand streaming, and 382,000 in on-demand video streaming. These figures rounded to the nearest 100. The second week sales numbers bring Alpha's total to 7,500 units after it moved 4,900 units during its first week of release. In business, rich Russians pile into Turkey to buy property. Wealthy Russians are pouring money into real estate in Turkey and the United Arab Emirates, seeking a financial haven in the wake of Moscow's invasion of Ukraine and Western sanctions, according to many property companies. Francis Maguire reports.
Wealthy Russians have poured money into real estate in the United Arab Emirates and Turkey. That's according to some property firms in the region. It comes as Western sanctions hit Russia hard over the conflict in Ukraine. Tiago Caldas is CEO of Dubai firm Modern Living. He's hired 3 Russian-speaking agents due to higher demand.
Russians are already used to Dubai. They just kept coming more. Yeah, obviously the number of Russians who get interested in the market here now is much more than, I would say, 2 months ago or 3 months ago.
Both Turkey and the UAE have criticized Russia's invasion, but they still have good ties with Moscow. They also both still operate direct flights, offering a route out for Russians with their money. Caldas says wealthy buyers seemed to be making preparations and moving their money out of Russia even before the war began. Buying property in Turkey can also be a way to get a passport from the country, while in the UAE it can be a way to earn a residency visa.
Right in the beginning of the invasion of Ukraine, we launched a campaign in the region. And the number of people that contacted us, it was, I would say, at least 10 times higher than it usually would be for such type of campaign.
In February, Russians bought 509 houses in Turkey, almost double the number of last year, according to the country's statistics office. Real estate agents expect the number to grow further both there and in the UAE.
In sports, Bolt becomes co-owner of esports group Wildy. 8-time Olympic champion Usain Bolt has joined esports group Wildy as co-owner, the Dublin-based organization said. Bolt, who holds the 100 meters and 200 meters world records, will be involved in a range of activities focused on elevating Wild's growing brand, the organization said in a statement on Tuesday. Wildy was founded 2 years ago by Steve Daly, a former investment banker at JP Morgan, and David Conan, former president and chief executive of the American Ireland Funds. An 11-time world champion, Bolt, now 35, retired after the 2017 World Championships in London, where he suffered a hamstring injury in the final race of his career. And your Palm Beach weather: sunshine early, followed by partly cloudy skies and gusty winds in the afternoon. High of 81 degrees, winds at the southeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. And at night, windy with partly cloudy skies, low around 75 degrees. Winds southeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. While in Fort Lauderdale, a mix of clouds and sun with a high of 82 degrees. Winds east-southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Winds could occasionally gust over 40 miles per hour. Then at night, a few clouds with a low of 74 degrees. Winds southeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour.
And that was the news, entertainment, and sports with Sean Garrity. Be sure to stay tuned to this station for more news from around the world, locally, and the Caribbean.